All right. Hey guys, my name is Keith Kearney. I'm here with my good friend and partner, Chris Curtis. And we'd like to welcome you to the Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 a.m. traffic webinar. First of all, as always, we'd like to thank the affiliates for the hard work that you guys have put in, the blog content that you're adding. We really appreciate your hard work and your commitment to showing up to these trainings and these webinars. That goes a really long way. So we want to thank you for that. Also, guys, we want to talk real quickly a little bit about our Facebook contest. You know, most of the people that are on the webinars, you guys know how it works, but we were a little discouraged because we were checking out our fan page here today, and actually been looking at it through the course of the month. But most importantly, guys, we're noticing that people are not sharing the content on the Facebook fan page. So in order to take part in the contest, what you need to do is you need to add some kind of positive information to the fan page, and or we'd like you to share that information on your own page. So what you do is you click on the share button from the 2 AM Traffic fan page and share that information on your own Facebook page. Okay, so Chris and I, every month, we take, if there's 30 days in the month, we take 30 numbers, we write them on paper, put them in a hat, and then we actually juggle them around. Just take a piece of paper out, and if that day, let's say it's the 25th, is the number that we pull out, on that day, we're going to go to the fan page, we're going to look and see who has shared some kind of information, shared some content on their wall. This is going to help you to get more exposure. It's going to help 2 AM Traffic to get more exposure, and that's really what we're looking for. So we did have some shares this month, guys, but they were from members who have already won a 2 AM Traffic membership. So unfortunately, we don't have a winner for you guys for the month of July. But starting fresh here in August, like I said, all it really takes is to go on there, look at some of the status updates. It could be from somebody else that posted to the 2 AM Traffic page, or it could be from Chris Curtis or myself, but just share that content, get it out there, and you can win a free 2 AM Traffic Pro upgraded membership for the lifetime of 2 AM Traffic, regardless of whether you're a free member. If you're a pro member, you can still take part in this. What we'll do is we'll just waive that monthly fee for you. So it's a really great concept, guys. It gets people sharing content. It gets people talking and networking with each other. So definitely take part in that contest. We have a really special webinar here planned for you today, guys, because, you know, 2 AM Traffic really was designed with you in mind. And I know that sounds a little cliched, but the whole truth here, guys, is that Chris Curtis and myself, you know, we've been in this industry for quite some time. We're very good at recruiting people, but we had an issue with duplication, like most people do. You know, once you start bringing people in the front door into your business, you start getting excited, but then you realize, you know, hey, I need to show these people what to do. And that seemed to be a challenge for Chris and I for quite some time. Eventually, we started to pick up on how it works and started building our team, guys. But the truth is, most people do not know how to duplicate their success, okay? So 2 AM Traffic was created as a simple platform for people, so you could add content about your business, your primary business, your affiliate programs, and as your teams began to grow, you had something easy that you could plug your people into. You can say, hey, look, John, I'm building my XYZ business over here. All I'm doing is adding content. I'm getting blog search engine exposure. I'm getting people picking up the phone and calling me, and then you can show John on your team how to do the same thing. So you don't have to go out there and work with John on a personal level. You can actually send him right through our training, and that is designed to help people to build their primary MLMs. That's really what this whole concept was based on. Okay, it was putting the needs of other people first, because we felt that if we could show you a way, a legitimate and a genuine way to build your business, that we could basically gain your trust and start to build a relationship with you guys where you say, hey, Keith and Chris, you know, these guys really have our best interest in heart, and that's what it's all about. So we're going to talk a little bit about what it takes to be a winner today, what you need to do and what you need to commit to. Chris, I think I'd like to start off by having you share just a little bit. Just give, you know, people some idea of what you think it takes to be a winner and some of the things that they have to actually put in place in order to get to that next level in their business.
Yeah, sure. Hey, can you hear me, Keith?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Cool, man. Thanks. Yeah, guys, you know, whenever you're starting your MLM journey, and I know that there are probably some people on the webinar this evening who are not in a network marketing opportunity. You might like promoting tools. You know, we see the old concept of selling shovels, and some people definitely have that. mentality, and that's fine. But the whole concept behind 2 AM Traffic was built from a network marketer's perspective. And like Keith was saying, the problem is not building. Building is actually easy, especially when you have a system like ours where you can optimize content for different keyword phrases. You're able to brand yourself. You're able to put your message in front of the right people. The building part is easy, but the duplication part is where it becomes very difficult. And when we set up 2 AM Traffic, we set it up as a funded proposal, where if you're getting people into your primary MLM business and let's say you're in a health and wellness opportunity and they're in a competing health and wellness opportunity and not really interested in joining you in your opportunity, you still have a way to monetize. You still have a way to help that person by showing them how to build their network marketing business by plugging them into 2 AM Traffic. And it really is a very simple, I won't say genius because there's nothing new under the sun, and it's not like Keith and I just geniusly invented this concept out of thin air, but it is something that does work. It is something that's very effective. So tonight what we want to do is we want to talk to you about success. We want to talk to you about what it takes to actually succeed in this industry and how you can use the 2 AM Traffic system to help you get to the next level. And where I really want to start this training tonight is in the fact that when you first start your journey, even if you've been on a journey for the last 2.5 years, if you haven't had a lot of luck, you haven't had a lot of success, tonight I want you to hit the reset button and realize that today is the first day of the rest of your life, and everything that you've done up until this point doesn't matter. Okay, you can't access the past anyway. The things that haven't worked for you haven't worked for a reason, but tonight we're going to show you what does work. Okay, and it all starts with your mindset. It all starts with where you begin your journey. So tonight we're going to begin our journey and make the decision that failure is not an option for us. Okay, we look at the path before us. We have a goal set of where we want to be. That's very important. You need to have a definite purpose. You need to have a why. You need to know where you're going. Okay, but once you know where you're going, once you know where you're ultimately going to end up, you've got to plan how you're going to get there. And before you really make that plan, you've got to determine that success is the only outcome. Because the reality is, guys, anything is possible within the physical laws of the universe. If you set a goal and you make a plan and you make incremental decisions every single day to move you in the direction of that goal, you can achieve that goal. There's no goal that you can set that you can't achieve, like I said, within the physical laws of the universe. You can't say, well, today I want to fly to the moon with my magic powers. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. But something you can do is you could say something like, I think I want to go to the moon before I die. And the chances of that happening aren't great. I mean, you're looking at the way the world is now and you're thinking, well, how in the world would I ever get to the moon? Only places like NASA and stuff like that go to the moon. Well, you could develop a revolutionary moon concept of mining titanium on the moon, and you could form a mastermind with the right group of people and decide how you would actually get to the moon in a cost-effective way, and you could build up a group of investors and have people financially back your project that's going to take you to the moon. And as outlandish as that idea sounds, that idea, or that's the kind of idea I'm talking about as being a possibility. Now, it's not going to be an easy journey if you want to make it to the moon before you die, okay? Especially the way the world is now. But you can make a determination that that's where you want to go and start to change the way that things are. You can start to put a group of people together that are going to enable you to make that journey to the moon. And I know that's kind of an outlandish example, but the reason why I gave that example is because when you're setting your goals about where you ultimately want to end up, you want to make those goals big goals. You want to make those goals something that right now in your life you say, how in the world would I ever achieve that but it's something that's possible. You know, you want to make them big enough to where you've got to work for it. Okay, you've got to, as a matter of fact, you're going to have to set weekly goals. You're going to have to set monthly goals. You're going to have to set yearly goals, and you're going to have to make decisions on a daily basis that are going to move you in the direction of where you want to go, where you want to ultimately end up. So the mindset part of it, determining that failure is not an option, success is the only outcome, that's where we start our journey into AM Traffic. And Keith, I'm going to hand it to you so you can talk a little bit about this concept, and then we'll move on from there.
Sure. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Chris. I mean, I'm just going to elaborate a little bit on the goals. I am definitely a big goal setter. I like to put things on paper. I like to look at what I have to do for the day. I think once we figure out what we have to do on a daily basis to move ourselves closer to achieve those goals, then we're definitely moving in the right direction. Because if we don't have those goals on paper, we've all heard that, you know, if you don't plan to fail, you basically fail to plan. Well, guys, the whole point, the whole truth in that sentence right there is that I've seen people, no joke, I have seen people spend more time planning their family vacation than they do their financial future. And it's kind of sad because sometimes we have our priorities set in the wrong place, but that is the stone cold truth, you know. And sometimes we need a wake-up call, and we need to realize that, you know, this is a business that we have in front of us, and we need to treat it like a business. We have to have that why. We have to have you know, clearly defined objectives, what we need to do every single day to move ourselves closer to get to that point where we want to get to. So if you're in your business right now and you want to move up the rank, and let's say you need to sponsor 3 people personally, well, then you need to figure out what you have to do every single day to start moving towards that goal. And it may be you have to talk to 5 people every single day. It may be that you have to get 5 no's every single day. Or you may have to hear 5 people say yes every day, because sometimes people will say yes in your business and they won't follow through with it. You know, and that leads me to my next point, which is you're going to meet some of these mini failures along the way. So you have to plan for those failures, and you have to realize that they're not failures if you learn from them. So if you do have a little mini failure, and let's say you recognize that failure and you realize what it is, and then you overcome that failure, well, then you have a success. And that's the truth here, you know. So you have to apply this into your life. You have to be willing to work on yourself. You have to be willing to work on your mindset. I would also say that you want to set some daily action goals for your 2 AM traffic blog. It would make a lot of sense to me if I was looking, you know, as a brand new affiliate at 2 AM Traffic to get the word out about what it is I'm doing. I would want to put content on my blog every single day. Now, I understand that some people work full-time jobs. We don't have the time to do that every single day. So Chris and I basically devised a plan and said, well, hey, you have to start adding content at least 3 times a week. That content should be original and well-written for the most part. That's something that Google looks at. That's something that the readers are going to look at. And once you start to familiarize yourself with the back office and how WordPress works and what you're doing back there, it becomes a lot easier. You know, I had sat down with a gentleman, and we were working on sending out messages to some of the different traffic exchanges and list builders and safe lists to help people to get that start, you know, that start that they're looking for. And in the beginning, it seems really tedious and time-consuming because you're brand new and you have no idea what you're doing. Eventually, you start to get it down. And I told him, I was like, you know, I can get out to like 15 or 20 different safe lists in under an hour. I mean, I literally message probably somewhere in the range of about 500,000 people every single week, and I do it 2 or 3 times a week, and it takes me less than an hour to do. You know, so for me to get out to that many people, I can justify investing that kind of time and say, well, it's well worth it for me, especially when I look at the return on that. And that's something that you want to look at with your goals and just about anything in life. Whenever you invest time or money into anything, you want to look at the return. And you want to evaluate yourself and see where you are. So, Chris, you talked about setting those huge goals. You know, a week or 2 weeks in, evaluate yourself. Find out where you are. Are you closer to that goal? You know, did you talk to 5 people yesterday? Are you planning on talking to 5 people today? If you're not close or you don't feel like you're moving closer, then reevaluate, reassess the situation, find out what you need to do. Write down the people that you're going to need to talk to in order to achieve those goals. Write down the people that you think you would like to have on your team with you to help you to leverage your time. That's something that can also really get you a good start in your business. Don't get involved in a network marketing company and say, hey, I'm going to take the weight of the world on my shoulders and do this by myself. Go and talk to your 3 closest best friends. talk to the people that think like you, act like you, talk like you, walk like you. If the people that you're hanging around with have a similar mindset, guys, then you definitely want to get them in your business. Now, this is stuff that most people probably already know, but it's really important because I think we overshoot. We try to complicate things sometimes, and we say, you know, I need to go out there and set up my funnel and have my autoresponder in place. And we're not against utilizing tools. I mean, that's something that, you know, we would think that we are definitely professionals in this industry when it comes to blogging, when it comes to setting up funnels and systems and marketing, guys. We've done this for a living. We do this for a living, okay? So it's not that we're against tools, but, you know, if you can keep it simple, then that's something that you want to start off with, because everybody can follow simple. You know, I feel like we do overcomplicate it in this industry, especially even when it comes to our 2 AM traffic blog. We overcomplicate posting to the 2 AM traffic blog. Really, you know, people ask, what is it you should post about? What should we, you know, what kind of content do we add? Well, first of all, guys, there's tons of training content in the back office for you. Chris, you did a great video on showing people how to generate content using StumbleUpon. And just think of it like this, you know, what kind of content would you want to share? If you're on Facebook and you click on a share button, what is it that makes you want to click on that button and share that content? Is it something that's funny? Is it something that's exciting? Is it newsworthy content? So that's the kind of information that ultimately will get shared. And I feel like if you have those goals in place for yourself and you're setting some daily action goals, like Chris said, you said weekly and monthly, yearly goals, those are all really important, but you have to put them on paper and they have to be somewhere where you can actually see them. Okay? Because I've made the mistake of putting them on paper and then they wind up getting stuck in a folder somewhere. They get under the computer, you know, they're in the car, who knows where they are. And Chris, I heard you say this last week. You said, you know, why not speak your goals into your phone? Maybe there's like a little voice recorder on your phone that you could say, hey, this is something, or even like the tasks that you have to do for today. What is it that you need to accomplish today? You know, put that somewhere where you're going to see it. What I like to do is post little stick-it notes on my computer right underneath my keyboard, you know, where I know I'm going to look in the morning. I put a note there if I know I have to do something really important. I also like to put my goals there because, like I said, if they're not written down, first of all, it's not a goal if it's not on paper. Okay, and if you haven't sat down and really thought it out and really thought to yourself, you know, this is why I want to achieve this goal. These are the people that I'm going to have to talk to achieve this goal. These are some of the obstacles that I might run into when trying to achieve this goal. Then you really haven't planned it out very well. So, Chris, I'm going to go ahead and hand it back to you, and maybe you can take over from here.
Yeah, great job, Keith. And we're just going to move forward from here. Once we have the goals, guys, we've got to have a plan to achieve those goals, which we kind of went into a little bit, but I want to go a little bit deeper into this because this is where most people go wrong. This is the mistake that most people make when it comes to building their network marketing business is, and the reason why is because the planning process is boring. You know, if you're going to make a plan, it's not really fun to make a plan. It's not fun to sit there and think about the things that you're going to have to do on a daily basis to move in the direction of your goals. But those things are very important. And one thing that I want to encourage everybody who's on this webinar tonight to do is I want to encourage you to make sure that you're not putting all of your eggs in the internet basket. Okay, we have something that we call the integration strategy at 2 AM Traffic, and it's something that we haven't done a lot of training on yet, but we are definitely going to do training on it in the future. And basically what it is combining offline marketing tactics with an online system like 2 AM Traffic. And one of the things that I definitely recommend that everybody does is when you're getting people involved in your network marketing opportunity, plug them into the training at 2 AM Traffic and let them see the overall picture of how you can combine an online system with offline marketing, with different online marketing methods, and let people really get a glimpse of the big picture when it comes to marketing, because oftentimes we can get so narrow-minded. You know, we can get so narrow in our focus, and we can't, for whatever reason, you know, see the overall big picture when it comes to all of the different ways that we can build our business. So if you need to talk to a certain amount of people or a certain number of people each and every day to reach your goals, you need to be committed to doing that, even if it takes you outside of your comfort zone. You know, Striking up a conversation about your network marketing opportunity is very easy to do. You can put yourself in those situations many times each and every day. Okay, we're talking about something. This is an industry, guys, that can provide you with walk-away residual income, with real financial freedom. Okay, we are in an industry that can provide you with a full-time income working on a very part-time basis, which is huge, because when you think about the other type of businesses that allow you to do that, you really have to go into a conventional storefront business that has multiple locations, and doing that is very expensive. You know, if you think about the cost of actually starting a business, a conventional business, you're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars on the front end. You know, even starting a little simple business like a Subway franchise, I believe, is over $500,000. If you want to start a McDonald's, it's several million dollars. Okay, and you really, even though there's a proven model there, you really don't have any guarantee that you're going to be in profit. You don't have any guarantee of success. As a matter of fact, we just had a McDonald's close right down the street from us because it was in a complicated location that people couldn't get to. You know, they weren't getting the foot traffic that they thought they would get, so they closed it down, moved it to a different location. So with that kind of investment up front and no guarantee of success in network marketing, when you compare the network marketing business model to that, there is no risk. You know, sure, you've got to have your auto ship. If you're smart, you're coming in at the highest level of the company, even if it's a $1,000 investment. You want to come in at the $1,000 level because that's going to give you all the products and tools and all of the stuff that you need to go to the highest levels of the pay plan, to be qualified at the highest levels at the outset. You definitely want to make the commitment to do whatever you can to put yourself in the best position in that network marketing opportunity that you could possibly be in. Because when you compare it to running a conventional business, your $150 auto ship, which is a high auto ship in today's standard, there is no comparison. Okay, there's absolutely no comparison to running a real business, a conventional business. This is a real business. That was the wrong word. But running a conventional business and running an online business where you don't have to pay for anything. With 2 AM Traffic, your membership cost of 2 AM Traffic covers everything you absolutely need. Now, we have the elite membership level. We're going to have the diamond elite membership level. You're going to be able to join at these higher levels in 2 AM Traffic, but it's not necessary that you do that. At the basic level, at the pro membership, we give you all the tools you need to build any business that you're in online. So that, combined with your auto ship, that's your expense. Okay, so this is why failure isn't an option for you, because getting in profit in a network marketing business is very easy. You know, so you've got to write down your goals, like Keith was saying. You've got to put together an action plan. You need to figure out how many people you need to talk to offline each and every week. You need to figure out how many blog posts you're going to make each and every week. And, you know, we say 3 a week, guys, because we realize that there are a lot of people out there who are busy. You've got a lot of things going on. But really, to not post to your blog 5 times a week, there's really no excuse. Okay, because if you're really driven towards success, then you're not going to make it a priority to watch Big Brother before you decide to post to your blog. And, you know, I say Big Brother because Big Brother is something, you know, we TiVo, my wife's real into it. We watch it, you know, pretty much every night it's on, in bed late at night. And maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to TiVo your favorite TV programs and watch them later on and make the time slot necessary to post to your blog every day, because that's part of your overall marketing plan. That's part of the overall strategy that you need to implement to really make yourself a success. Success is up to you. You know, failure is up to you. If you don't want to succeed, you're not going to succeed.